Hello everyone, Sunderlock2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Gadgets, a mod that simply adds different gadgets to display different elements. Now you will want Curios API, which is pretty much similar to baubles or trinkets, which will allow you to place the gadgets inside additional slots. And there is also the ability to change an icon if you want to for a particular biome. I haven't found what this is exactly, but there is still the folder path if you want to know where to find it. Now, there's three different types of gadgets: the personal compass, depth meter, and biometer. Personal compass is made pretty much the same as a regular compass, except the gold nugget taking the bottom slot in the grid for the recipe. The depth meter, pretty much the same, except instead of redstone it's glass. And you've got obviously a sapling in place of the redstone or glass, the biometer. Now you can place any of the three in, you don't have to, but it will just put all in just in case. And you can see obviously the compass, the direction we're facing, and the X and Z coordinates. Compare this to the debug screen, you can see the X coordinate, Z coordinates, and the direction we're facing. You've also got the other, which allows you to see the Y level, which is the following here, the depth meter. So every time we jump or go down a block, you can see that it will change. This is pretty much the Y coordinate here. And you've got the biome that we're in, which is obviously this banner, which is pretty much exactly the same as the biome displayed here on the debug screen. We'll just sort of run around a bit so you can see in that how sort of quick it adapts to, say, different biomes, Y level, or coordinates or direction you're facing. So we're currently in a river biome, besides a plains biome. You can see the different icon as well. Jumping up and down between blocks. And then the Z coordinates updating quite fast. X the other. And then we're also facing east compared to now south, and so on. So if you pretty much want the debug screen elements to then be displayed in a sort of more selective way, or not among all the other, where it can be difficult to see sometimes, then this obviously is the way of displaying this sort of information. And then taking out what you don't want if you don't need any more. So you don't really care about the biome, you don't need to even craft it, or you can just take it out of your slots. If you want to put them anywhere in here, you don't have to put them just in order, you can align them however you want. So I want to know the biome because it's the most important, coordinates less so, and Y level, I can do that as well. Otherwise, we do have configs that allows you to suggest how many slots you want. You've got the background, which is obviously the black background you can see here. So if we don't want that, and we just want it to be that we have the icons and the text, we can obviously have those as the only elements displayed. You can determine where you want it to be positioned, so it's currently in the top left. We can have it changed to the top middle, which would be about here. Top right there, bottom left where the chat is, and bottom right where the subtitles are. There's no one sort of in the center, on the left and right middle, and the hotbar being in the bottom middle. You've got the GUI icons, so obviously it'll display the icons here. You can have those removed so it only just displays the text. You've got the ability for Curios API to be needed, so if you don't want to have the mod at all, even though I think it's required for download. Yes, it is still required for download. Then obviously you can remove it entirely, and you can just possibly have these sitting in your inventory somewhere, rather than here, to have it act on things. Just have them here, or here, and it'll be probably fine, which we'll try and enable and see what happens. You've got the width for each item. My guess is this to do with the texture, possibly, or the actual sort of elements here. So, oops, do that. It'll probably be that these are possibly wider, even though it does say items. That's what I was mostly thinking of the texture. Actually, no, the GUI, I should say, actually. So, possibly this Curios element, even though the slots would make a lot more sense to tweak than this, but we'll find out. And yeah, you can also have it where it hides the GUI when you're using the elements, I assume, when you have F3 enabled. So, as you can see here, debug screen covers it, or takes place of it, and hides the other elements. So just disable that, just to see if it's still readable. We'll increase this a bit. We'll set that to true, false I mean. Display the icons or items. Set this to top right instead. Remove the background and add additional slots. And we'll save that, and it's now updated, so we don't even need to reload it all. So now these are in the top right. There's no icon, it's still just the following. The background is still here, it seems. As well as, obviously, it'll be hidden, or not hidden with the debug screen, so it's still visible. So everyone in the bottom right didn't have subtitles here, and obviously we could see that information a lot easier if we still want the debug information. And of course, it is a lot thicker, the GUI, rather than being as small as it was before. If we try to set those back, then actually, we'll go to here and we'll see the following. So they'll still work regardless, and the following hasn't changed there, it seems. So we'll just set this to there and save. We have 5 slots there. Okay, so we'll try 0 since we don't need it. Might want to reload for that one since it is not just a simple visual thing, it's a additional element. Don't seem to do it there though. Might need to properly close out the game and otherwise for that to happen, I guess. Other than that though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.